Hello friends, my name is Salman and you are watching my channel Solid Tech. In this series of VMware I will discover all the so many topics. Now I am moved to the advanced topic and today's topic is VMware cluster. So what is the cluster? A cluster is a group of hosts. When a host is added to a cluster, the resources of the host become the part of the resources of a cluster. Basically what is cluster is it means if I want to create a cluster, for example I have two servers, so I make a cluster and add these hosts into a cluster, so the combined resources is become the resources of the cluster. The cluster manage the resources of all hosts. So after creating a cluster, now my VMs and load are all the things are handled by the clusters. Cluster enable vSphere high availability, vSphere distributed resource scheduler and vSphere vSAN feature. Basically why we create a cluster? Because we want these feature, we want to use these feature, a high advanced feature of the cluster. For example, HA is the feature of a cluster. So once we create the cluster, after that we enable the high availability and we also enable the DRS, which is distributed resource scheduler, and VMware vSAN feature. A cluster is useless if HA and DRS feature are not used. So basically cluster covers the two features of a VMware. One is HA and other one is DRS. So I will cover all these feature of cluster in my coming videos. So let's move to the next slide. So I will demonstrate how to create a cluster in my lab environment. So this is my lab environment. I have two ESXi server, ESXi server 1, which is IP is 11.134 and the second one is 11.138. On second server I have installed vCenter server. So I will access my vCenter server from my browser. So as you can see, I have two hosts. One is 134 and other one is 138. On 138 I installed VCSA, which is my vCenter server. So basically where we create a cluster, basically the position of the cluster always in the data center. So on the top we have a vCenter server and under the vCenter server I have created a data center. Basically this is a data center. As you can see from the summary, it is clear that it has two hosts. Two virtual machine cluster is 0 because I don't create a cluster at that moment. Our network is 3 and data store is 3. So if I go to host and cluster, so you can see I have two hosts, but on cluster tab I don't have any cluster because I don't create a cluster. So you can create a cluster on data store level. If I right click my host and right click on this, so I don't have any option for creating cluster. Likewise, if I right click on my vCenter, so I don't have any. I have an option for creating data center and new folder, but I don't have a creating option for creating a new cluster. For creating a cluster, you always create cluster on the level of data center. So this is my data center. I right click. Now I have an option, a new cluster. So I click a new cluster. So I give it a name. For example, my new cluster name is home lab cluster. So as you can see, now I have three features which I already discussed. One is DRS, which is by default off, and the other one is HA high availability, which is also off, and third one is vSAN. So I create a cluster, but I don't enable this advanced feature of the cluster. I click next and I click finish. So now you can see my cluster is created, and as I go to my summary, so you can see the total processor is 0 because I don't assign any host to my cluster, that's why. And total vMotion migration is 0, monitor and host. So there is no host, there is no VM, and there is no data store. So after creating a cluster, you always move your host to the cluster. The easiest way to move your cluster is drag and drop. So I drag this my host number 1 and move to my cluster, and now again I move my second host and drag it to my home cluster. So now my cluster have two hosts. So as you can see, now total processor is 6 and the total number of hosts is now the 2 and total number of VMs is 2. So now these host is the part of the my cluster, but at the moment I don't enable my DRS or HA. So if I want to configure and if I want to turn DRS on or off from there, and I also an option turn HA from there. So in this video I don't enable this feature, so I will discuss something about my cluster. So after creating a cluster, if you don't enable this features of HA and DRS, this cluster is useless. So for example, if I want to create a new machine on my cluster level, it will not automatically put in a server where I have large resources or available resources. Same wise, so I show you, I right click and create a new virtual machine. So I create a new virtual machine, click next, I give it a name, test VM, and I select my home lab and click next. So there is an error, select a cluster is not in DRS mode, please select a specific host within the cluster. I got this error because I don't configure the DRS on my cluster level, so I manually put my machine on any of the server. This and once I configure my DRS on my cluster level, then I don't get this error. So is this cluster is useless because this is just a container. So because it don't move machine automatically to specific server where I have available resources, so I cancel out this one. Same wise, if I want to power off my virtual my host, and if I configure HA, the running virtual machine automatically move to another server. But now as you can see, I right click and I go to maintenance mode, I enter maintenance mode. So there is also an error. A host in maintenance mode does not perform any activities on virtual machine, including virtual machine provisioning. The host is still enabled. The enter maintenance mode does not complete until the above state is completed. So you might need to either power or migrate the virtual machine from host manually. So because I got this error, because I don't configure HA. If I configure HA, that means this machine automatically migrate from this host to another host. So put the selected host into maintenance mode. If I click OK, it will get an error. There are one or more power on virtual machine on host. The operation will proceed once all virtual machine are powered off, migrated into another host. I got this error because I don't power off this virtual machine. But if I configure the clusters HA on my cluster, then this machine automatically move from my host 1 to my host 2. So let's move to the next slide. Now we define what is vSphere high availability. vSphere high availability cluster allow ESXi hosts to work together as a group and provide you performance assurance and high level of availability for host virtual machine. Basically, what is high availability? High availability provide the higher level of availability. For example, if someone enter my data center and pull out my cable, so in this case my virtual machine restarted from my second host because I have enabled my HA on my cluster level. High availability provide uniform, cost-effective failover protection against the hardware and operating system outage within your virtualized IT environment. So it's give the ability of my environment to protect against the any failover situation. High availability allow you to monitor VM, vSphere, monitor VMware, vSphere host and virtual machine to detect hardware and guest operating system failure, because after enabling the high availability, it will automatically monitor whether my host is failed or whether my guest operating system will be crashed. If it detect any breakage in my host, it will restart the virtual machine on another vSphere host in a cluster without manual interaction when a server's outage is detected. So this is the second point. Reduce the application downtime by automatically restarting the virtual machine upon detecting of operating system failure. It will not migrate, the HA will never migrate any virtual machine from one host to another, but it will restart the machine from another host. So vSphere high availability, when we added a host to a vSphere cluster, a agent is uploaded to the host and configured to communicate each other agent in a cluster. When we add any host in a cluster and enable HA, then VMware uploaded an agent on each host of my HA. So every cluster has one host and all the other hosts in a cluster acts as a subordinate host. So the agent is we install all the agent on all the servers, and the one server or one host is known as a master host and other host known as a subordinate host. The host role are automatically determined through an election process, and the master host is responsible for detecting and appropriately resolve failure of the cluster. It is the responsibility of the master host to detect if there is any outage or there is any failure of host. So it will restart the virtual machine from another server. So migration of VM with HA. So for example, if my one server is someone come in my data center and pull out my power cable of my server, then in this case my VM is restarted from the other machine. Or migration of VMs in HA, if we enter in the maintenance port, in this case the machine will migrate from my one server to another server. So this is called the live migration. I also demonstrated in my last lecture. So there is some cluster requirements which I will discuss. All the ESXi hosts must be in the same version and same patch level. For example, in my case, I have installed my VMware vSphere version 7 and update 1. So all the servers have same version level of their ESXi, also the page level also same. For example, they update version 3 or 4, but all the server must have the same patch level, otherwise you don't create any working cluster. All the hosts must be licensed for vSphere HA. All the hosts must have a license for enabling the feature of HA. At least minimum 2 ESXi server in a cluster is required. So you may have more than 3 server or 4 server or 5 server, but in my case, the minimum requirement is at least you have 2 ESXi server. Each host must have a vMotion NIC configured. So each host must have a vMotion network configured. So I have already created in my last videos vMotion network. So I have completed this condition. There must be at least 2 shared HA heartbeat data store attached to each host NFS or NAS. So basically the minimum requirement is that you should have at least 2 data store which is shared with the all host. So in this case, if you have more than 2 data store, it is very good enough, but at least you should have 2 data store, and these data store always shared with all the hosts in your cluster. All VMs must be on shared storage. This is the very important point because in the last videos I stored all the VMs on my local data store, but in case of cluster and in HA, your all the VMs must be stored on a shared storage, which I created in the next videos. All hosts must have access to shared resources data store. So I will create the data store on my another server, which is maybe a NFS or a NAS. NFS means network files sharing systems. So I will create a data store and move my virtual machine from my local to my shared data store. All VMware HA must be enabled on the cluster level. So I will enable this HA on my cluster level. So I will demonstrate all these requirement in my future videos. So this is the minimum requirement for creating a cluster and HA. Cluster, basically I have created the cluster, but after enabling for the HA for the using cluster, we should complete these requirements. So these are the steps I will take in my videos to create a shared storage. So I will create a new VM on VMware Workstation and install CentOS. CentOS OS is a Linux based operating system. So I will install because I need a shared resources, shared data center, data store. So I will install these on my Linux machine. After that, I will install a two new hard disks, create partition and set up NFS share. So after installing my Linux based machine, I will create two hard disks and create a data store which is NFS compatible data store. After that, I will mount my NFS on my vCenter and move my storage from local to shared resources. And after that, I will set up and configure HA. So basically, these are the very lengthy tasks. So I will divide this task into my upcoming three videos. So thank you very much for your time.